Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. We usually do these deep dives, but today we're doing something a little different. It's time for a super fun, fast-paced geography quiz challenge. So, how well do you really know our planet? Let's find out together.
So, you ready to play along? It's simple. I'll ask the questions, give you a second to think, and then we'll see how you did. This is all about testing our knowledge of this incredible planet we live on. Okay, let's kick things off with the basics. All right, round one. This is all about the fundamentals, the big, must-know facts about planet Earth. You ready? Let's see how you do.
Okay, first question, and it's a classic. We're so used to seeing the world on flat maps, but what's the real shape of our planet? Take a second. Think you got it?
Yes, that's it. The Earth is a sphere, just a big, amazing ball spinning around in space. If you've ever seen a globe, that's exactly what we're talking about. Awesome start, everyone.
Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm pretty sure you've heard this word before, but what exactly is the equator?
So, the equator, it's this imaginary line that runs right around the middle of the Earth, kind of like a belt. It goes from west to east and splits the whole globe in half. And it's so important because it's basically the starting line for how we map out the entire planet.
Okay, so if the equator is the line that splits the Earth in two, what are those two halves called?
You got it. It's the northern hemisphere on the top half and the southern hemisphere on the bottom half. Simple as that. How are you doing so far? Keeping up? You know, all those lines on a map have numbers to help us pinpoint locations. So, the equator being the main starting line, what's its special number?
It is 0 degrees. Yep, the big zero. Everything is measured from there, whether you're going north or south.
Speaking of the equator, it actually has a massive effect on weather and climate. So thinking about that, where on the entire planet would you say it's usually the hottest? Yep, you guessed it, it's hottest right along the equator. And that's because that part of the Earth gets the most direct sunlight all year round. Makes sense, right?
Okay, so if the middle is the hottest, what about the complete opposite? What are the two absolute coldest spots on the planet?
That would be the North Pole and the South Pole. They're as far as you can get from the equator, one at the very top and one at the very bottom. And that's the end of round one. How'd you do? Let's keep this energy going. All right, let's dive into round two. We've covered the equator, so now let's talk about all those other lines we see on maps. So we already know the equator is one of these lines running from west to east. But what's the name for all the lines that run in that same direction, parallel to the equator?
They're called latitude lines, and here's a little trick to remember it. Think of a ladder. The rungs on a ladder are flat, right? Latitude, ladder. Pretty handy, huh?
Okay, so we have the flat lines, latitude. What about the lines that go the other way? The ones that run up and down, from the North Pole all the way to the South Pole? Those are the longitude lines, and an easy way to remember that is they run the long way up and down the globe. So you've got latitude and longitude, and together they make a grid that lets us find literally any spot on the planet. Pretty cool. And here we go. It's time for the final round. This one is going to be quick, a little rapid fire. It's all about finding your way around. Ready? Let's finish this strong. All right, first question of the final round. Picture this. You're out hiking. Maybe you get a little lost. What's that one classic tool you'd use to figure out which direction to go? It's a compass, and what's so amazing about a compass is that no matter which way you turn, that little magnetic needle always points north. It's such a simple but brilliant invention. Okay, quick one. What are the 4 main directions on that compass? The big ones. Ready? They are north, south, east, and west. All right, last 2 questions back to back. On a regular map, which way is east? It's to the right. Now, a little trickier, what direction is southwest? It's that point that's right in the middle, halfway between south and west. And that is a wrap. You did it. You finished the whole challenge. Seriously, great job. It doesn't matter if you got every single one right, as long as you had fun and maybe learned a thing or two. You were awesome. So, now that your geography brain is all warmed up, there's really only one question left. What part of this amazing world are you going to go explore next? Thanks so much for playing along with me today.